You can deny your possibility to succeed and blame it on something else, or you can stop living as a reaction to the circumstances and start living as a force for what you think should be. Chuck Palahniuk. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing start to 2020, and thank you so much for joining me today for another art video. Today, I'm finally starting back up with my weekly sketchbook videos, and this one is quite a bit different from the ones that I've shared before. So in the first part of this video, you're gonna see me do some grayscale watercolor eye studies, which really is an exercise that I would recommend to anyone who is just getting started with realism or is trying to improve the sense of three-dimensional form in their work. It doesn't really matter what kind of subject you're into, whether you're into painting portraits or still life or landscapes or animals, it doesn't really matter. And the reason this is because when you remove all of the different colors present in your reference images and you unify them all into one same black to white scale, it's a lot easier to be able to pinpoint the different values in your reference picture, so your highlights, your wide range of midtones, and your darkest darks, and thus you're better and more effectively able to recreate them. As opposed to having to compare and relate the values of this vast array of colors to each other, working with only one same scale or one same color just makes it a lot easier for you and helps you start forming that skill, that ability for pinpointing the different values, and makes it easier for you to move on to things with color. Because remember that value always is number one when it comes to creating a sense of three-dimensional form in a drawing or a painting. All right, I really hope that makes sense. I feel that I really get a lot from these kinds of studies, and I really wanted to share this with you guys. I'm also a huge believer in doing isolated studies like I'm doing here, because they really allow us to focus in on specific subjects that we want to improve and becoming more skilled with our medium in a less overwhelming way. In this particular case, I'm not just gaining a better understanding for the three-dimensional structure of eyes, but I'm also practicing my water control when it comes to working with watercolor. Having this practice with quicker, smaller studies allows me to improve my self-confidence and be able to tackle on bigger, more complex pieces with a lot more enjoyment, and there's also going to be a greater possibility for success. The last part of the process for this sketchbook spread is going to involve me going back to some of the type of work that I was doing when I was in high school. Back then, I used to love collecting quotes that spoke to me, and I still do, honestly, and I think all of my email subscribers know this probably by now because all of my emails start off with an inspirational quote. But back in the day, I used to actually transfer them onto a journal or a notebook, and I used to collect them and kind of read them over for inspiration and motivation. And sometimes, even to the day, I just really love discovering quotes that perhaps put into just the right words, just the right little package, something that I have always been thinking or feeling, but probably would have never been able to come up with just the right grouping of words. So it's just awesome to come across these quotes. And aside from that, this is something that I have shared in a past video, I used to do a ton of collaging. I spent a lot of time clipping images, letters, textures, anything pretty much from out of magazines, newspapers, old books, old photos, anything pretty much that I could get my hands on. I love the idea of creating something new out of bits and pieces of things that already existed. It makes me think about how even though there may be nothing new under the sun, we still may be able to take bits and pieces that call to us from all of these different sources and make something new that wasn't there before. And something that also is very interesting to me is how though we might be called towards many kind of individual things that other people are called towards, like for example, a specific band or a specific movie or a specific book or visual artist, we're gonna be really hard pressed to find someone out there that is interested and affected by and called towards the same collection of all of these different influences. There is no one out there that has the same compilation of things inside of them that you do. There is no one out there that has been through exactly the same experiences that you have been through, or that has been either positively or negatively affected by the same group of people around them, or exposed at a macro level to the same things that you have because of your culture or the specific place you're living in. And at a micro level, we're also affected by the taste in music, in movies, in art that our own parents exposed us to when we were little. So because all of this and more, you are unique in your own way. But anyway, even though I am not creating a collage with you today or anything like that, I did feel like getting my hands dirty, grabbing some glue and actually doing some cutouts, bringing in a few different mediums aside from watercolor, which you're watching me use right now. Practice while having fun, and at the same time creating a piece that I could look at and end up with a piece that I thought would be inspiring for me to look back to as 2020 continues. All right, everyone, before leaving you to hopefully enjoy the rest of this time lapse, I want to take a moment to send out a huge welcome to everyone that is just visiting my channel today for the very first time. Welcome. I am super happy that you found me, and do consider subscribing because every single week I share a new video with art tips, drawing and painting tutorials, and encouragement for aspiring artists. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell so that YouTube can let you know whenever I publish a new video. Otherwise, you may or may not find out about it. And hey, if you have any inspirational or motivational quotes that you can share with us so that we can all get inspired to move on and continue working towards our goals in 2020, please make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Hope you enjoy. Alright everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and got inspired to do some sketchbook work for yourself. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps my channel out. Don't forget to leave your own favorite quote down below in the comment section so that we can all inspire each other. And see you very soon for another video. Bye guys!